You know, I was laid up in the hospital recently and it reminded me of a story about the Beatles. Did you know there was a 13-day stretch where the Beatles replaced Ringo with another drummer and still powered through 8 full shows across 4 countries? Hi, I'm Frank, an obsessive Beatles nerd and collector, and this is the Fab Four Files. In June of '64, the Beatles are about to launch their first world tour. It's the moment that they go from British sensation to worldwide sensation. And then everything starts to wobble. Ringo collapses with tonsillitis the day before they're supposed to take off, and this entire tour is hanging by a thread. They start to panic. George says he's ready to quit. He's saying, like, it's not the Beatles without Ringo, I'm not going. But the tour was already, like, there were contracts in place. Canceling would mean financial earthquake, so the show had to go on. Enter Jimmy Nicol, a 24-year-old London session drummer who's mostly known for playing on albums where they do like knockoff tracks of the Beatles or whatever. Producer George Martin knew that he was a dependable, quick study session man who could nail the assignment. In 12 hours, he goes from getting the phone call to getting the haircut, the collarless suit, no rehearsal, and he's on stage in Copenhagen. So for basically 2 weeks, he was the drummer of the biggest band on earth. 8 shows, airport mobs, the whole 9 TV shows. Meanwhile, Ringo's watching all of this unfold from his hospital bed. He's like recovering and itching to get back. And then, as quickly as it began, it ends. June 14th, Ringo returns. Jimmy was given a 500-pound check, an inscribed gold watch from Brian Epstein, quietly left the hotel alone, driven to the airport in a cab. Years later, he summed up his experience. Standing in for Ringo was the worst thing that ever happened to me. He was paid a small fortune and got a taste of the biggest thing on the planet, and it killed him to go back to normal. If stories like this help you see the Beatles world a little more clearly, I'm putting together a full course on the band's 18-month evolution from Rubber Soul to Revolver to Sgt. Pepper. You can sign up to hear more when registration opens. The link is right on my profile. When you join the waitlist, I'll send you a free mini lesson on the recording of Rain.